became the cabeza de barangay of Binakayan, a chief barrio of Cavite el Viejo when he was only 17 years old to avoid conscription. In 1895, the Moro Law that called for the reorganization of local government was enacted. At the age of 25, Aguinaldo became Cavite el Viejo's first gobernadorcillo, Capitan Municipal Governor Captain while on a business trip in Mindoro. Emilio Aguinaldo was born in Kawit, Cavite on March 22, 1869. If he were alive today, it would be his 148th birthday. As we all know, he lived a very long life and died at 94 of coronary thrombosis in Veterans Memorial Hospital, now Veterans Memorial Medical Center in Quezon City, where he was confined for 469 days before his death, handed by controversy to his deathbed. The last issue that swirled around him was whether he died a Catholic or not. Revolutionary and political career, Philippine Revolution and battles. Emilio Aguinaldo led a revolutionary movement against the Spanish colonial government in the Philippines. He cooperated with the U.S. during the Spanish-American War, but subsequently broke with the U.S. and led a guerrilla campaign against U.S. authorities during the Philippine-American War. Battle of Imus. The Battle of Imus or the Siege of Imus was the first major battle of the Philippine Revolution against the Spanish colonial government in the province of Cavite. It was fought between September 1 to 3, 1896 at Imus, Cavite province in the Philippines, right after Bonifacio's ill-fated attack on the gunpowder magazine at the Battle of San Juan del Monte in Manila. Twin Battles of Binakayan-Dalahican. The Battle of Binakayan-Dalahican was a simultaneous battle during the Philippine Revolution that was fought on November 9 to 11, 1896 that led to a decisive Filipino victory. The twin battle took place at the shores of Binakayan in the town of Cavite Viejo, also called Cavite el Viejo, now Kawit, Dalahican and Dagatan in Noveleta, and to minimal extent in Imus and Bacoor towns in Cavite, Philippines that lasted for 2 days before the Spanish army retreated demoralized and in disarray. The result of the battle was the first significant Filipino victory in the country's history. Battle of Zapote Bridge. The Battle of Zapote Bridge was fought on February 17, 1897 as a part of Philippine Revolution. Filipino revolutionary forces led by General Emilio Aguinaldo defeated Spanish forces under the command of Governor General Edilberto Evangelista, a Filipino civil engineer, trench builder, and member of the Katipunan. Spanish Cavite Offensive and the Battle of Perez de las Marinas. The Battle of Perez de las Marinas was a battle of the Philippine Revolution. It occurred during the Cavite Offensive of 1897, commanded by Mads Gen. Jose de la Chambre under Governor General Camilo de Polavieja, as the Spanish aimed to recapture Cavite from Katipunan rebel control. Both the battle and the offensive was a success for the Spanish, and the retreat to Montalban occurred several weeks after the battle. Tejeros Convention and the execution of Bonifacio. The Tejeros Convention, also known as the Tejeros Assembly and the Tejeros Congress, was a meeting held on March 22, 1897 between Katipunan factions of Magdiwang and Magdalo in San Francisco de Malabon, Cavite, now General Trios, that resulted in the creation of a new revolutionary government that took charge of the Philippine Revolution, replacing the Katipunan. It followed on a previous meeting now known as the Imus Assembly. Filipino historians consider the first presidential and vice presidential elections in Philippine history to have been held at this convention, although only Katipuneros, members of the Katipunan, were able to take part and not the general populace. Retreat to Montalban. The retreat to Montalban occurred during the Philippine Revolution after the 1897 Battle of Naik southwest of Cavite, when Philippine General Emilio Aguinaldo and his forces retreated to Puray, Montalban on June 14. The Spanish pursued the Katipunero forces retreating towards central Luzon, killing many of the revolutionaries. However, the retreat finally ended when Aguinaldo and the Filipinos won the Battle of Mount Puray, from which he would make his temporary headquarters, relocating it again to Norsagaray and Angat, until finally reaching the caves of Biak na Bato on June 24, 1897 and making it the new revolutionary headquarters. Biak na Bato. The Pact of Biak na Bato, signed on December 15, 1897, created a truce between Spanish colonial Governor General Fernando Primo de Rivera and the revolutionary leader Emilio Aguinaldo to end the Philippine Revolution. Aguinaldo and his fellow revolutionaries were given amnesty and monetary and indemnity by the Spanish government, in return for which the revolutionary government would go into exile in Hong Kong. Aguinaldo had decided to use the money to purchase advanced firearms and ammunition later on return to the archipelago. Return to the Philippines and Philippine Declaration of Independence. The Philippine Declaration of Independence was proclaimed by Filipino Revolutionary Forces General Emilio Aguinaldo on June 12, 1898 in Cavite El Viejo, present-day Kawit, Cavite, Philippines. It asserted the sovereignty and independence of the Philippine Islands from the colonial rule of Spain.